What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 40 of my Total War Warhammer 3 modded Malekith and Naggarond Inc. campaign. Attention, Naggarond Inc. workers. Be advised that in the face of severe inclement weather phenomena, our offices remain open. All employees must ensure to clock in on time and remain in their designated workspace. Remember, firestorms are a blessing from Elenil. So as we saw last time, the donut is nearly ours, with Elisali falling to Malekith and only Tori Vress really holding on. Nakari and the Ancestral Throng, however, decided to butt heads, which means we will be going further north to try to take out Nakari as well. I will be interested to see what will happen between Nakari and this army, and we will have to be careful about losing the Shrine of Cain. So yeah, we're definitely going to need to move some stuff over there shortly. In fact, maybe that's where we want to send Akhenet around to, just because there's, well, good reason to do so. Anyway, in terms of what we got to do this time, well, there is quite a bit of donut admin, but also we've been itching to get to Itsa, and since Rakarth failed his ambush twice in a row, I think we're just going to straight up attack Itsa. I was hoping to avoid doing this while they were garrisoned, because frankly, this army is going to have a few issues dealing with a pile of Temple Guard and Blessed Temple Guard and Blessed Kroxagors and everything that's in here, but I don't see how we have much of a choice in the matter, so I guess we're going to have to jump on it. Well, I guess we don't have much to do other than apply skill points and get to it, so let's get to it. You are going to go for, I guess, hard to hit, and not a lot of skill points to assign. Man, these guys don't have their names of power yet either, and ooh, okay, you don't have weakness abhor, let's do that. Let's get you, Sabetha. We could go for Pan's Impenetrable Pelt and Flock of Doom for this particular battle. We could also get, yeah, we could get Curse of Anra here, which would be a fairly strong debuff if it was at level 2, but at level 1 it's not going to be all that worth it. How much mana do we have? We do have quite a bit, meaning we would be able to use Flock of Doom repeatedly. Alright, let's max out Flock of Doom then, and just repeatedly cast it throughout the battle. Barsathar, you also have a Sorceress. You don't, unfortunately, have access to Pit of Shades yet, but we will, like so. And then Beast Sorceress, I guess you can also have Flock of Doom in case we need to use it multiple times, and you may as well max out Pan's Impenetrable Pelt as well. We're gonna need magics here. And then Barsathar, you have, well, I guess you're going through Lashmaster, and that's probably going to continue to do so. Yeah, let's keep going through Lashmaster. This is probably still not going to be our Medusa army. We'll get a separate Medusa army, guys. Don't worry. With a bunch of Medusa and a Medusa shrine, most likely, as well, or several Medusa shrines, I should say. Anyway, Rakarth, it's time to hit up Itsa. Decisive defeat, certainly. This is going to be very difficult, and ooh, they have a barrier. 1,000 barrier on each Temple Guard. Damn, that is actually very hefty. I have to no, wait, I was about to say we could try a field battle instead where we sit outside, but then Gorok would move in, and then we'd have to deal with all of this in addition to what we're dealing with here, so I guess that's not what we're doing. You're gonna go here. Rakarth, are you able to go into Druki for a strike? Yes, indeed you are. Alrighty, well, we're gonna have to be real careful about all this. Your Druki for a strike is sadly pointless, but whatever. Anyway, we also have some research. You know, funnily enough, Martial Society would have actually helped in that battle. Let's get Martial Society, and then we'll go hit and run afterwards. I just want the battle reinforcement time bonus. Anyway, Rakarth, let's give this a try, my friend. At the end of the day, close to feet. Alright, that's a little bit better. Certainly getting there. That's a lot of Temple Guard. Oh, man. I'm very concerned here, I gotta say. They're all anti-large, and well, we have nothing but large units. Well, let's give it a shot. Here we go. Alrighty, here we go. I gotta say, I am very excited about this particular battle. It's gonna be an interesting one. I am not sure how we're going to pull this off. If the roles were reversed and I was the one who had so many Temple Guard with barriers, including 2 Blessed Temple Guard, 2 Blessed Saurus, and 2 Blessed Kroxigors, and the enemy had no way over the walls because it had to break through a single area in the wall without the ability to knock towers down, I would be very confident. Just hold this entire area with tons and tons of Temple Guard and dare the enemy to get through, especially since we don't have access to a very strong damaging spell and will essentially have to rely on Flock of Doom, which is not going to be particularly effective against barriered up Temple Guard. Yeah, interesting times. Anyway, we're going to start the battle off by moving Rakarth in together with his Manticores by themselves. I don't know whether this is a good idea or not, but if we can knock out at least a few of those big boys without the enemy or before the enemy can react, that would be just, well, swell rather. So all the Manticores together with Rakarth are going to go for this Stegodon over here, and maybe we can knock it down. It's going to get an Earthblood on it from that Life Slam, but it is starting to take damage. Here come the Saurus to help it out, and I do believe more are moving in as well. And we are going to get surrounded here, but I do believe we should hopefully be able to knock out the Steg. It is, well, it's at 3/4 HP. We're getting there, but considering the number of units attacking it, it's not going down very quickly, is it? Big HP pool, huh? Or maybe we're just not dishing out enough damage. Yeah, 13,000 HP pool. Come on, Manticores, you're supposed to hit hard, or decently hard, I should say. What's your weapon strength? Oh, you have low armor-piercing weapon damage. I see, I see. That's certainly a problem, and the enemy's brought an Ancient Steg with an Engine of the Gods to help as well, but the enemy Steg is dropping down to about 1/3 of its HP. That said, our Manticores are taking damage as well, though hopefully we can knock this thing out and then lift off. In the meantime, we are breaking through the wall here, about 1/3 of the HP on said wall left, and we're going to do something a little bit sneaky. In case all of this fails, in case we can't get through the pile of Temple Guard, because we just don't have the damage, we're going to take all of the Scourge Runner chariots, break through this gate, move around, and head directly for the enemy Victory Plaza. I generally don't like to bother to do this, as I generally think that, well, we're probably going to win the battle, but in this particular case I'm concerned enough that I'd rather have this sort of insurance policy, as it were, in case we fail. Anyway, it looks like we did manage to bring that Steg down. Now we maybe want to try the Ancient Steg, or at least Rakarth is going to try the Ancient Steg. And the Manticores do still have 3/4 of their HP up and running, so they're still doing work. Hopefully we can bring down the Ancient Steg as well, but we'll have to see. Nothing else, I guess, to see as well, so we could just keep watching this little blob here. Honestly, a couple... Ooh, I love that close combat Dragon Breath thing, though. Maybe we could have actually used a couple of Black Dragons in this army as well to help Rakarth instead of the Manticores. A little bit of extra armor-piercing damage, a couple more breaths in blobs. I think maybe we'll swap them out. Maybe keep 2 Manticores, but add a couple Black Dragons in here. Rakarth should have some strong monsters after all, shouldn't he? And, oh, it looks like some Ripperdactyls have arrived. Gonna use another use of that Flock of Doom, and ooh, the Ripperdactyls are dishing out damage now. Rakarth dropping below half HP, though he does still have his health potion, should it come down to it. That said, the Manticores are starting to get beat up. 2 of them are at about 20% HP, and the other 2 have just dropped below half. We've perhaps overstayed our welcome. Maybe we shouldn't have bothered trying to go for that Ancient Steg with the Engine of the Gods, but, well, it's too late now. In the meantime, though, the gate has been broken through and all of our monsters are in, and over on this side, we've got our reinforcements arriving. The sneakiness will continue. We are going to work on this gate with all of our units of Saber Tusks, but otherwise we're going to send the Harpies over the wall together with the additional single Manticore, and we're going to send the MEDUSA around all this way to where these guys are working on that gate to hopefully help them out to, well, to do the sneaky. Anyway, back to it. Let's leave Rakarth alone for now, and maybe we can watch the Hydras and the Charybdises and do a little bit of work as well.
Alright, only a couple of units of Temple Guard and a unit of the Blessed Kroxigors here. Not quite surrounded enough for this to be a concern quite yet. Oh, there is a Source Scarvet in there. And, oh, these are both the Blessed Temple Guards as well. Fortunately, we are focusing down those Blessed Kroxis, and they are dropping extremely quickly. And our Charybdises are very, very good at doing that sort of thing, so before the enemy gets more reinforcements in here, we should be able to pull it off. We're also hoping to take out this Basti with the Reviv Crystal, as it is the only one the enemy has, though it does still have access to those Earthbloods from that Life Slab. Alright, come on, knock that thing out. How's Rakarth out here? He has, at this point... it'll drop down to about a quarter of his HP, maybe even less, and he's gonna get the heck out of there. The Manticores have unfortunately all routed and are running away with about 15% or below HP. Hopefully they don't get trapped. It doesn't seem like any of them has died yet, and Rakarth's now able to get out, so we should be okay in that. But it looks like we've also managed to take out those Blessed Kroxigors, and the first of the enemy Temple Guard units are badly beat up. The Reviv Crystal is nowhere to be seen. Oh, yes it is. Its corpse is right there. So that is at least taken care of. Rakarth is going to be now fighting to... Oh, wow. I didn't even know you could send Kroxigors flying. Nice job to the Charybdises. And Rakarth is fighting the enemy Ripperdactyls in the air, though with very low HP and no further regeneration active. He'll still have to be very careful there. Alright, Charybdises, you're facing off against some cold ones with the Cold One Riders, rather. But the Charybdises should be able to handle these things fairly decently as well. Looks like the mob of, or the blob, or the mob, whatever we're calling them, of Hydras and Charybdises is doing quite well. In fact, much better than the blob of Flyers with Rakarth, so probably it would have been better if I had kept those guys all here and just used them to support this instead. Well, a little bit late for that now. Probably could have used at least one Manticore in this pile also to add the bonuses from bolstered armor that the Manticores add. But once again, live and learn, or, well, if we can manage to pull this off, live and learn. We'll see. Would have also been nice to have our aerial units be able to take out that Blessed Pterodon Riders with Fire Leech Bolas, but they will go down eventually. In the meantime, it looks like this gate has been broken, and we will soon be going through it with our Bears and our Saber-Tusk packs. The idea here is that now we're getting our Scourge Runners, our 5 Bloodrack Medusa, and our Feral Manticores all over here. The enemy will try to react to this, but as soon as it abandons the gate, we're going to just run through it with all of these Saber-Tusks and the Feral Bears, and then we're going to hit those enemy Temple Guard in the back, etc., and surround them, and hopefully destroy them. While the Harpies and the Manticore, well, the Flyers in general, support these guys, while they hold the capture point. Alrighty, how's the Blob doing? Starting to lose a little bit of HP. Obviously don't care about it nearly as much on the Hydras, but the Charybdises can't recover, so you're gonna need to be a little bit more careful, especially with you rushing forward like that, Charybdis. Sometimes I do wish those animations didn't carry monstrous units so far into enemy formations, as it can certainly be dangerous against more elite units. And that is a lot of Temple Guard. This was the concern. There is just so many anti-large Temple Guard to deal with. And a single big spell could have spelled, such a big difference here. Pit of Shades right here, for example. We do actually, I think, have access to a level 1 Pit of Shades on the other Sorceress, but she needs to move here, and I think we're actually out of mana just trying to cast. Ooh, and this Charybdis, oh no, this Charybdis might have screwed itself. It's actually moved far beyond the Blob, completely isolated, and has started to take a lot more damage than the rest of our units are. I'm trying to order it to go back and not do that, but whether that succeeds remains to be seen. These Charybdises are over here fighting more Temple, or this Charybdis and this Hydra fighting more Temple Guard out here, and the lesser number of enemies means that these guys will have no problem. At least not as much as the rest of the Blob. Really could have used Rakarth here to buff everybody around him up, but oh well. a little bit late. As Rakarth is, I believe, let's see, I don't remember what I did with him either. Oh, right, I think he routed. I'm not entirely sure why. He did have a little bit of HP left, and he was like right here. He was hiding from enemy towers and stuff with relatively low HP, and then all of a sudden he decided to rout. Must have been damage, or maybe one of our other units routed, and that caused Rakarth himself to rout, but oh well. Anyway, in the meantime, our Scourge Runner chariots have the insurance policy, have captured the Victory Plaza. There is a single unit of Saurus Warriors with shields heading towards us, but we should be able to deal with them with that blob and just fine. The Saber Tusks have also started to move in through the city and have captured themselves or surrounded a Cold One Rider unit, which they should be able to destroy by surrounding and just ripping it apart. These guys can't run anywhere from here. And it does look like one of our Saber Tusks at least is rampaging, but it hopefully won't be too much of a problem. Alrighty, and how we doing out here? Ah, yes, so the enemy unit of Saurus Warriors has arrived, but we do have MEDUSA firing their railguns at them. And a little bit of help. Oh, I love that. We gotta get some more MEDUSA in various armies. I really love their railgun attacks. There we go, very nice, and they're getting support from, as I was saying, those Scourge Runner chariots. Their range attacks much more threatening than the garbage Cold One chariots. Alright, come on, give us another railgun there, MEDUSA. There you go. Alrighty, and this first unit of Saurus Warriors is pretty much dead, destroyed, or if not dead, at the very least shattered, and destroyed by the power of the range attacks, and has cost us nothing at this point. That said, that's only the beginning. As more units are moving in, the enemy still has plenty of Saurus Warriors and Temple Guard to throw into the mix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full HP units with full barriers, and then there's still the slant to contend with, but we're halfway up to the victory ticket thing. Up here, it looks like, that damn Charybdis that isolated itself did fall. There was no way to get it through the sheer press of enemies, unfortunately. But, well, what can you do? Sometimes you just have to sacrifice a unit, and we do have the Chill of Sontar Regiment of Renown available, so as long as we don't lose any more of these guys, we should be able to replace what was lost. There we go. Now it looks like the enemy are the ones who are surrounded here, as the Hydras and the Charybdises have pressed them up towards this rock, and the Saber Tusks are no longer busy out there, having completely broken through the gate, and are going to hit the rest of these Temple Guard in the back. And the additional enemy troops are going to charge forth, but we do still have our MEDUSA and our chariots, and that's a fairly decent amount of range capability before we even get into melee capability with both of them. And of course we still have Harpy support as well, and the Harpies have armor piercing and bleed damage. I thought they had at least a little bit of armor piercing, but I could be wrong. Yeah, 15. Oh, right. No, wait. We need to get the tech that gives them an extra 10 armor piercing, and that's what we need to do. Well, if we continue to use them. But anyway, nice to see these Scourge Runner chariots and the MEDUSA work finally. Haven't seen that a lot. Okay, they're all firing at this one now. I wanted to see some shots from them, but it's okay. We can watch them fight in melee a little bit as well. Don't worry, we'll be using a few more armies built around MEDUSA. I have a couple of them planned out. We also have to get the Siren of Red Ruin, or is it the Sister of Red Ruin? The Regiment of Renown MEDUSA as well at some point, to more or less lead a MEDUSA army. With probably some sort of a melee unit anvil. Anyway, it looks like the enemy are in pretty bad shape, but that's not what is so important. What is important is the fact that they're just not getting through. Harpies just absolutely surrounded and ripped a unit of Saurus Warriors apart in huge numbers, but it doesn't matter, as the attacker victory tickets have climbed to the max, and the battle will be ours via insurance policy, though it does look like we eventually did manage to make it through the gate as well. So we managed to make it through pretty much everywhere, I guess by virtue of leading away the enemy units over here to try to contend with our Medusa and our Scourge Runners and such. And this opened up a little bit more free space here and allowed the monsters to do their thing. Still, a lot of these units, as we can see, took a lot of damage. A Charybdis is badly damaged. A War Hydra reached its healing cap at about 15 to 20%. The Sorceress actually nearly died due to miscasting like 50 times. Oh, but yeah, not actually getting damaged because she was standing out here. Then the Master got very badly hurt, but well, at the very least the Saber Tusks are fine. So there is that. Alrighty, I'm not entirely sure what we managed to lose in this particular battle. How many of the Manticores managed to survive? I don't think any of them died. I think they all just ran off, or flew off, I guess. But I guess we're about to find out in a second. Still, great job to the Scourge Runners and the Medusa for pulling this one off, I gotta say. It really was a tough fight, though. Alright, let's speed it up a little bit and just, hunt down that Slan. Not because we have to, just because we can. And I was not trying to rhyme. Or was I? Let's see. I wonder how many heals he got up. I really wish that you could see, like, when you hover over stats like this, that it not only displayed damage dealt, but also displayed healing or damage averted or healing or whatever you want to call it. Because that might be an interesting stat to learn as well in terms of value of a particular unit. Anyway, Pyrrhic victory for us, and we certainly took damage, but this is probably going to be the most was probably the most difficult fight in all of the Lustrian continent, so it's good that we managed to pull it off. Ooh, well, that turned out to be a lot more costly than I had originally been anticipating, and yeah, I blame myself. That was absolutely my fault. I really shouldn't have bothered trying to get fancy with the Rakarth and the Manticores, essentially sacrificing them for not a lot achieved. I should have just kept them in the blob of Charybdises and Hydras, rather than trying to act alone. Alas, Rakarth does lack regeneration, so that is definitely problematic for him, and with him not in the blob of monsters, the monsters were generally weaker as well. Oh well, at the end of the day, we did manage to pull it off, and it's a live and learn, live and fight another day, whatever, so we're going to do so. Rakarth did survive, if just barely, and hey, once again, the Scourge Runner Chariots did really well. 15k damage on this one. How the heck did you do that? 50k, the Charybdises really do clean house, though. Yeah, 52k and 40k. They obviously outdamage the Hydras, but that's hardly surprising considering the Hydras are more tanky than they are. Anyway, we're going to occupy, and honestly the Manticores in this army aren't even really supposed to be in here. They're not in here permanently, so yeah, there's that to consider as well. We are going to occupy it rather than sacking it because we do want to build up the thing there. Rakarth, you do not need a servant, neither do you, Sabbatha. Everybody has cold ones and stuff, and you will heal up fairly nicely. Now, you did lose a unit, but that's okay because we were going to get you the Chill of Sontar anyway, the best Hydra, and probably, in my opinion, one of the best regiments of renown. It's such a good regiment of renown. It has also a Abyssal Howl, and just like the Charybdises have, because of Rakarth, so that'll make it even stronger. Gotta love that frostbite. Anyway. Damn, our Hydras hit hard. 1k? Damn. They hit nearly twice as hard as Charybdis do, and we'll have to build another Charybdis on top of all that. Otherwise, I think what we'll do, just in case, I don't think that this will happen, but I'd rather not risk it, we'll take out the most cart Manticore and trade it with you. And the purpose of this is that if Gorog decides to siege us at Itsa, we will be able to, well, prevent it. We're going to delete you, we're going to delete the Harpy Roost, funnily enough, although, wait. Now, you know what, keep it here. I guess if we... No, it's gonna take too long, 8 turns. I feel like we'll need to build some more of the Charybdises for this army anyway. They're only 2.4k. Let's build a couple of Charybdises and pop them into Rakarth's army. I mean, once again, the manticores aren't really necessary here. Maybe we keep 2, which means if we keep 2... Wait, let me just see if I can do this right. We need 1 more Hydra. And then we need 1 Bloodrack Shrine, which actually leaves no room for anything else. So if we do 1 Hydra, well, then we have 5 Hydras, but yeah, there's a reason for that, because they're, once again, more tanky, and much more likely to survive than Charybdises are, even if the Charybdises deal out a lot more, well, maybe not a lot more damage, but certainly more damage. Alright, then I guess we only have to build 1 Hydra here, and no Charybdises whatsoever. I kind of like the idea of having 3 Charybdises, though. Maybe we don't bother building another Hydra and just build 2 Charybdises so that we have 4 Hydras and 4 Charybdises, just one of the Hydras being the Chill of Sontar. We'll do that. Alright, let's do 1-on-1 then. Wait. That's that 1-on-1 as in build 2 Charybdises. I confused myself. Alrighty, meaning we take... oh, no, wait, that still won't work. Okay, fine, never mind. Just 1 Charybdis. Oh, okay, now I've got it. And the reason I want to keep the Manticores is A, to follow Rakartharan, but B, because of the bolstered armor aura that they have. So yeah, I really should have kept at least 1 of the Feral Manticores in the blob as well to power these guys up. But it's okay, once again, live and learn and fight another day. Alright, let's keep going. Rakartha, you are now good Malekith. I would like you, I guess, to move close at least to Tori of Rest. We're not going to have you begin raiding, mostly because I don't want the Vigor screwing you over if Ultharion decides to attack you with all of his armies here. And frankly, he should. As in, I hope that he will, but I don't want the Vigor screwing us. Then what we'll do is we'll move Morathi out of Elisali to hopefully land at Trilinia, rather. I'm going to hope that this is actually a possibility. Go into regular stance. Alright there. And if you can do it, we can have one of these armies follow you as well. But probably not Kundaman, as he's rather weak. Alright, you've landed, and yes, you can land at Trilinia. Perfect. Now, we just need to do the same thing with another army. Alright. Can you reach this in March stance, for example? You sort of can. You can if you use this as port. Kundaman probably could without even needing to. Wait. Actually, can he? That's a question. No, he... Oh, this army is blocked. Oh, that's clever. I mean, the AI obviously didn't do that on purpose, but it's nonetheless clever. Alright, fine. Then we're going to have to fight the Battle of Trilinia manually. Because otherwise we might take a lot of damage, because it's a close victory with medium casualties, which we just can't trust. Alright, we'll do that in a second. Let's continue doing whatever else we need to be doing. So first of all, we're gonna have Fairy take the Grayling Moot. Or, wait, Sack is 8k, it's not bad, but it's not great either. 4.5k, yeah, probably not worth our time sacking it. And then dealing with all the corruption and stuff, yeah, no, alright, fine. Fairy, go here, oh wait, no. Helibron, go here. Fairy, take this. And auto-resolve it, please. I'm just gonna double-check that nobody's gonna die. Now we're fine. Got a Crown of Command, which is useless, but we'll turn it into a better item. Occupy the place for now. There's the Crown of Command, and you got an Elf Servant as well. You know what? You can keep an Elf Servant, just in case for now. Aurora got an Elf Servant. Okay, Aurora definitely doesn't need an Elf Servant. And you don't either. We need these on our administrators, so... Oh, you can have the Organ Merchant, though, Talaris. You don't need the Elf Servant, damn it. If we didn't need a lot of them, I wouldn't be bothering with doing that, but since we do, I will bother. You can't actually reach Doomkeep in one go, sadly, but I guess we could raid our own territory. Alright, raid our own territory. Wait, can we just reach the enemy territory? Maybe. If we can, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, it looks like we can. Beautiful. And then we're not raiding our own territory. Don't bother collecting income. Don't bother building anything. Well... You know what, build that here. Don't bother building too much, I should say. How about that? Alrighty, Helibron, you are good now. Druki Resources, Malice, you... Where are you? What the heck is this? Girth. You're an Ogre Rebel. Oh, you're after Bamboo Crossing, eh? Well, Malice could reach you, but then I fear he wouldn't be able to go after Bamboo Crossing. Oh wow, Wily Village looks like it'll be worth an actual fight. I do think that we should probably take Bamboo Crossing first, however, so let's do that. And Ah, right, Malice doesn't have siege attacker. Really, you would think that the Knights of the Ebon Claw, the Dread Knights, would have siege attacker, but yeah, damn. I didn't think that he didn't have it. And maybe beneficial to get him a monster of some kind. And just so that we have the access to siege attacker, because now, since we don't, that's going to be annoying. Oh well. Oh well, what can you do? You're still hanging around Lee Temple, but you have to try to at least take it, man. You can't just sit there. Alright, well, Malice, good luck to you. Shangwu has not fallen, which means Lokir can have it. And I really want Baleful Hills now. Alright, Lokir, you can obviously auto-resolve that. Why did I not give the Dread Banner to you? Do you have Frenzy by virtue of being on Lathakir? No, you do not, so you should have that. Auto-resolve. Thank you, and that did way too much damage, but whatever. Occupy, fantastic, got another Envoy, very nice. And hey, there's Zhao Ming. Another Overseer, but the Envoy is the one we really care about. That means, I think, let's get another Administrator going. I think we want one over at the... oh, actually, maybe we don't. I thought this place would be horrible in terms of its public order. But it's actually not so bad. Alrighty, well, oh, Great Turtle Isle can be upgraded to the next level. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. But where do we go for that administrator to whom we can give the envoy? We have administrators here. Do we actually have enough in this turn? Do we have a Beastmaster? No. You see, well, I guess we could do this one. No, we can't. We'd have to do one of these. Alright, fine, we'll do... I kind of like both of these. Wait, do one of these administrators not have an envoy? Do you have an envoy? Oh, you have no room. Well, do you have an envoy? Just so I don't forget, you don't have an envoy. Fantastic. And envoy. Beautiful. Alright, easy enough. Well, maybe not, but... At least we got it accomplished. Alright, Malice, you stay there for that turn. Sharky, you're waiting to get another Son of Murder. Rakarth is good for now. He'll have to go after Gorok in the Sacred Pools and whatnot next turn. Trilinia Emerald Eye doesn't need to move. She's just holding stuff. Aquanet, Life Quencher. Yes, alright, so I want to do things with you. And the things that I want to do is... Wait. I wanted to move you here of Condam. Well, I guess we could send Condaman there, but then I'm worried about, once again, Altharion attacking Morathi instead of Malekith, and I just plain don't like that. Although, I suppose we could land Admiral Yorn. Wait. Could you blockade this place, or can you not? Let's find out. Let's move you close and see. Because if he can blockade it, then we can just use these two together. Instead of being concerned about the rest, and oh, you can blockade it. Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely. Let us attack with... Yeah, wow, it's super, like, rainy and storming outside. Is that hail? The heck? Okay. Kind of loud on my balcony, so if the background noise sounds weird, sorry about that. But we're close to the end of the episode anyway, so you won't be hearing it for too long. Let's go Morathi auto-resolve this without Condaman. Wait. A second. No, she has no movement left. I was wondering if she had movement left, it might have been still okay. Occupy... you know what? Loot and Occupy, just to heal. I know, but... We'll have to deal with the... another Envoy. Amazing. And lots of elf servants. But are you holding the Envoy? You got a Pigeon Plucker pendant, which you don't need. You know what? Hold the Envoy for now, because I don't feel like looking for another Envoy holder. There we go. It's not like you need a lot of space anyway. And, this might be a good place to have you generate some stuff. Yeah, the reason I wanted to loot and occupy rather than regular occupy was don't collect income. Because Morathi healed up that way, so if these guys attack... And then we have all of this together. And wait, Condaman, you can now move here, can you not? Wait. Admiral Yorn, leave this. 1 second. We got this. We'll figure it out. Condaman. Go through here, and then land in Trilinia, and then leave Trilinia, and then allow Admiral Yorn to go back in there. This is needlessly convoluted, but, well, that's the way we had to do it. You're gonna do here, you're gonna go here. There we go. Now they can all support each other. Look at these Dark Elves working together. Who said we don't work together? Akanet, I want you to head this way. And this is what we're going to do. Eladanfel, first of all, you're actually going to delete these guys in a second. Once you've moved. You're going to have this army. I'm not sure whether it'll be you that leads it, but we're going to get rid of the bleak swords and garbage. And we're going to replace that garbage with this stuff. Okay, first of all, you can also delete those. Then we can take 5 Silveren Guard and 2 of the White Lions and the Shadowfire Guard for Malekith, as we'll be transferring all this to Malekith. Then you are going to transfer just the 5 Silveren Guard and White Lions to Kanet to replace those units. And then you're going to start moving towards Malekith, so go to Elisele, please. Fantastic. Now we probably want to get a couple of monsters and heroes and whatnot in here, but it's already looking like a nice and different little army. I want to see how well these Silveren Guard perform when buffed by us. They will get buffed even further as well, which should be lovely. And, oh, we do have Martial Prowess active as well. Oh, fantastic. So their stats will rise a lot when they're on the field compared to what they look like now. Then, I guess we want to keep recruiting the White Lions, and damn, they're expensive. We're really going to spend that much? Yeah, we're going to spend that much money. I do want a White Lion-focused army as well, and then you stay here. Maybe you lead the army. Wait, no, what did you get? I forget. Oh, you got Grimgaze. I mean, I guess if we wanted to, we could combine Blackguard of Naggarond with White Lions and maybe some monsters to make use of this particular lore, though we don't necessarily have to. I'll think about it. Sorceress Lords are still superior unless you're using monstrous units, because Sorceress Lords have access to the Disciple of whatever, and the thing that gives you minus 50% vigor loss. It's a pretty considerable buff because of how strong Vigor is in SFO. Anyway, let's keep going through all this while we still have time remaining. Barsathar, Kondaman, Fairy, Lokir, you're good. Vasha, Sparbstorm, I always forget who you are. Every single time. Oh, you're this one, right. You just stay here. Stay here until you're needed. Ah, yes, Tehechish, Life Quencher. We need you to do things as well. So, what we want to do is we want to move you out here. Then we want to send Tehechish near you. As close as you can go, and then I guess you can go into Dread Expansion. And then we want to transfer 2 Manticores. Why did I bring 3? Should have brought 2, shouldn't I have? Well, let me see if I got this right. 2 Manticores to you, take 1 of the Bloodrack Shrines, leaving you room for 2 Harpies. Or we could just go 4 Manticores and just use the Crows of Cain and not bother with Harpies in this. Yeah, no, that's probably better. But still take the Bloodrack Shrine, because I want 1 Bloodrack Shrine to be transferred to Helebron, because, well, it's got a lot of good buffs and debuffs. Minus 8 melee defense for enemies, and plus 8 melee attack for allies. It's a pretty big swing. So, yeah, for a huge melee army, and especially a blobby army, that would be great. And this is the same reason why we want one over there in the other army. Actually, 19 out of 20. Yeah, we could keep the 3 Manticores and get rid of 1 of the Reaper Bolt Throwers and just get 2 Harpies in here. Then we'd have both. I kind of like that. Let's do that. 1 of you, goodbye. I guess we'll get rid of 1 of these, but frankly, we don't have much of a melee line in here. And he is a Life Quencher Beast Binder together. At least this way we have a Feral Manticore acting with a unit of Harpies everywhere. There we go. Nice balanced army for Valal. Tehechish will move out through Troll Fjord. Hopefully Capitano Cisco does not attack us. You... Oh, you're still tier 3. Not for much longer, though. You'll be able to upgrade next turn. Keep going, keep going. Alrighty, so that was Valal Life Quencher. And Tehechish Life Quencher. Tis the Life Quencher siblings. Yilrish Grimgaze, who the heck? Oh yeah, you're this guy. Admins obviously don't need to move. Yorn is good where he is, though we will want to put him in Dread Expansion. He cannot build anything else. Let's see. Admiral Canovale Grimgaze. Okay, so the Blessed Dread, but we're not building units there as yet. Admiral Moksha, you're building stuff already, so we don't need to deal with you. And I do believe that's it. Okay, so we want to do 2 things. Thing 1, we want to do buildings. Thing 2, we want to do admin, and then, or what's it called, admin? And look at that, Kurun wants a non-aggression pact, and even the orcs like us. Oh, it's hilarious. Everybody loves us. It's so weird. Most of the good factions like us, the evil factions like us. I love it. It reminds me of my Vlad campaign, though in a very different way. For whatever reason, Naggarond is unable to subjugate factions. In my Vlad campaign, I had almost every single, well, maybe not every single faction, but like all the major good factions as vassals. Basically, all the elves and all the lizards and a bunch of human faction stuff, all vassalized. That was a true shield of civilization. But anyway, I'm getting distracted. We could trade with Clan Scryer, although the good factions won't like that very much. And there is stuff in Kurun that I would like. Not in Kurun, there are units that they have that we would want to borrow, like a Royal Pegasus Knights and Hippogriff Knights, for example. Alright, fine, screw it. Do a non-aggression pact with Kurun. And military access, why not? Do that, and give us 213 money. Yes, 213 money, that's it. Tong Clan Scryer, this does tempt me. But is it worth it pissing everybody nearby off for this? It is, like, probably about 1,800 gold per turn, though. Maybe. Maybe it's worth it. We're going to be annoying the Barrow Legion. We're not going to be allies with them. And Talzin, we're probably going to go over there and try to raise. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do them. Let's just do this. And give us your money. And nothing else, I think. They're at war with a bunch of Wood Elves and Tilea and Clan Angrand. This would probably prevent us from ever allying with Angrand, and the thing is, once we start fighting Wood Elves, Angrand will probably love us. Damn it, alright, fine. No allies with Skaven, or these Skaven in particular. Once again, I still prefer to go with the whole sell to both sides thing. Did we ever do a pact of military access with these guys? I forget. Marcus? Yes, we did. So we could go for the defensive alliance with you. Or a military alliance. So, you know what, we'll wait a little bit on that. I think the rest of this can be held off on for now. Still, our diplomacy is going reasonably well. Alrighty, now we got buildings, though we are rapidly running out of time as well, but hopefully there's not a lot in the way of buildings. Let's do that. Upgrade your tier, Northern Wastes, Hotek's Column. Yes, we deleted some stuff, so we'll get you, and no, we will get you. And we will get a Black Road back up and running, Albion. I really just want to end the turn. Ooh, yes, restore Port of Naggarond. Fantastic. This will give us a fair bit of money. In fact, this province will be giving us a fair bit of money, despite the money then dropping due to the defenses. What can you do? We will counteract that by building, and not the slave district, but the slave pens, because this is all slave income. Minus 19, ouch. Yeah, demand highborn hostages will screw us over here. In fact, wait, this is one of the few provinces where we're probably better off switching to increase slave production quota. Yeah, alright, fine. We'll go for increased slave production quota. I want to see how much money we can generate out of the restored port of Naggarond. Because that, in combination with the bonus from the Ohm Stones, in combination with any other money bonuses that we can generate here, might be pretty good. Anyway, Safari Port Elisor, let's upgrade Elistor. Rather, upgrade you, Celestial Riverlands. Ah, Shilong, yes. Maybe I should have gone with one of these. Well, too late now. Griffin Gate we don't care about, or, well, not until we get materials at sea or something like that. Whitefire Tory, yes. To the gems, that's diplomatic relations with all factions. I'd actually love to find a few more places with more gems. We don't need you, and we're going to rush you. Oh, we should probably rush a few things. You know what? I'll take a look at those between the episodes, just to get a little bit of a head start on the admin as well, if we can end the turn right now, which is why I'm talking so fast at the current time. Let's go for Dark Elf Manors right now. Calidor, you are the last. We'll ignore the Unicorn Gate, and then we'll skip, and not quite skip, because we want to upgrade you, because you actually have useful units, unlike the Ancestral Throng. Alright, now I'm going to end the turn, and we're going to hope that... I don't know, do we hope that they attack, or do we hope that they don't attack? I'm not sure. Because I would like them to attack, but on the other hand, I'd like to do the R&Ds between the episodes to save on admin time. You want a non-aggression pact? No, not right now. You love us anyway. We don't need to do any of these packs at the current time. Oh, it looks like he rushed in to attack us. Fantastic. Alright, Settlement besieged, bam. Yeah, that's us. Kathik destroyed. Ooh, it looks like Nakari managed to pull it off. Well done, Nakari. You do good work, Ken. Oh, that I was not expecting. Jaden the Troll Vanquisher will be attacked in the field by the Bordelot Errant. Did they attack us at sea? Yeah, they actually sailed out to do this. Oh, interesting. And not so great because Alberic does have bonuses due to, well, and for fighting at sea, but nonetheless, it looks like we'll be doing that at the start of next episode. Should be a pretty fun fight. Shades versus Questing Knights, so they are pretty heavily armored and all that. Alright, well, stay tuned for that battle next time. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.